Hello, my name's Tom. I'm the Education Director at York and I've been working here for 11 years. Our training covers loads of different areas of teaching, from how to teach phonics through to how to grade your language, through to how to model an activity, or different ways to use pair work in the classroom. One of the great things about working at York is there's loads of support. Not only do you have all the teachers in the office around you who are experienced and can answer your questions, but we also have an academic coordinator and senior teacher in the branch who are responsible for training teachers and will guide you through your entire training process from your first day right through to your last day. When observing classes, we ask teachers to look for things like behaviour management or how a teacher might control the class. We have them look at activities that teachers use in the lesson and how these may be effective or occasionally may not be effective. We like teachers to do team teachers, which is when you'll go to the lesson and deliver a couple of activities or a short part of the lesson with the previous teacher already in the class with you, kind of acting as a safety net to help you dip your toes into teaching. We use a blended learning platform which involves both kind of private reading and learning as well as workshops with a coach or a senior teacher or academic coordinator in the case of our school. So you might do some reading about phonics and then go and do a phonics workshop with a senior teacher, basically to kind of practice your knowledge as well as ask questions. Yeah, so after the first couple of weeks, then it's time to start teaching. You'll go to class, start applying what you've read and learned about in workshops and from reading our training books, and then our senior teacher or academic coordinator will come by and watch class and give you some constructive feedback to help improve. It's also a great time for you to ask questions and really just affirm that what you're doing is correct and you're on the right path to becoming a good teacher. During the first 3 months of your training, we generally observe class several times to make sure that both you're happy in the classroom and you're also delivering great lessons to your students. York does regular professional development. We do weekly teachers meetings which always include a platform to share activities and ideas in the lesson. As well as once a month we do a more formal workshop. This might be on behaviour management or lesson planning or how to introduce CLIL activities to your learners. They really vary depending on the needs of your school and the needs of the teachers at the time. If you find any other training that looks good, whether it's a subscription to a teaching magazine or a training event somewhere in China or even around the world, we do have a development fund, which is basically a big pot of money locked in a cupboard somewhere that we can dip into to help you develop as a teacher and gain professional qualifications. You'll find that, of course, you love teaching and there is loads of positions to kind of step up to from being a teacher. A lot of our teachers after their first year may decide to become a senior teacher, an academic coordinator, or join myself here in the education department, helping to write resources and develop training for our teachers. Lesson planning at York has changed a lot over the years. When I first arrived, we were just given a textbook and told to go into the class and do your best. Thankfully, teachers nowadays have things a little bit easier. Every single lesson at York has a lesson plan with your teaching targets very clearly at the top of the plan. Often we have a structure to follow with regards to what to teach. So you'll always know what language you're going to be doing in a lesson. How you teach that is completely up to you. There's always an academic coordinator or senior teacher available to help you run through your plan before class and help you visualize how it might look in the classroom and hopefully catch anything that may go wrong in the lesson that you've written down on your paper. So you'll always know whatever you planned is suitable. Planning a class really does depend on how long you've been teaching for and the type of class. We aim to make sure that all of our lessons are plannable within 30 minutes. If you're planning for longer than 30 minutes, then you're probably overthinking things. As well as a fixed lesson plan that we have at York, you'll also have a teacher's book for each one of our courses and a student book, which is the book that the students will have in class. And we encourage teachers to use things like PowerPoint presentations to enrich the content of their lessons. It's very easy when faced with a blank lesson plan to get writer's block and not know which activities to use in which areas of your class. Thankfully, we've got tons of resources at York to help you out with this. Whether it's an activity from the teacher's book or one of the activities from our activity bank that we have on the teachers' computers in the office, there's always a way to find a suitable exercise to do in class. Of course, the easiest way to find a good activity and complete your lesson plan is just by talking to teachers around you in the office, talking to your academic coordinator, senior teacher, or teaching assistant, all of whom have probably taught the lesson before and will have some good ideas for you to take away and steal to use in your own lessons. I hope that gives you a good idea of just how much support York provides its new teachers and continues to provide its existing teachers. If you'd like to find more out about being a teacher at York, please don't hesitate to get in touch, explore our website, or connect with us on Facebook.